GTA 6 is easily the most anticipated installment in the Grand Theft Auto franchise, coming over a decade after the release of GTA 5, which was one of the most successful video games of all time. It captured the attention of critics and audiences alike for years, with debates that ranged from its unique attention to detail, as well as the controversy it caused. But aside from all that, GTA fans have been starved of new content for some time now, and have been wondering, when is GTA 6 coming out? For the better half of a decade. In today's video, I'm going to explore what we know about GTA 6 and a potential timeline for its release. So without further ado, let's get right into it. GTA 6 is supposed to take place in a fictional recreation of Miami and parts of Florida, with the main city being Vice City. Of course, if you've played some of the earlier GTAs, you're likely already familiar with Vice City, or have at least heard of it, as it was the name as well as the primary location of GTA, Vice City. This game was heavily inspired by movies and TV shows like Scarface and Miami Vice, as well as the 1980s crack epidemic. In the newest installment, we're going to see a much more modern 21st century version of Vice City, where your cell phone looks like a modern Apple or Android phone instead of a brick. We're also likely going to see a map similar to that of Red Dead Redemption 2, with multiple cities and towns as well as vast wilderness with more to do and explore. Eagle-eyed gamers have already started piecing together in-game locations from leaks onto a real map of Florida, with locations set in Miami, the Florida Keys, and up into northern Florida near Jacksonville. This map is going to be absolutely huge, especially if we look at the evolution of map size in previous Rockstar games. GTA 4's map was roughly 10 miles squared, GTA 5 was 46 miles squared, and Red Dead 2 was 75 miles squared, nearly 8 times that of GTA 4. If we use this information as a guide, we can estimate that GTA 6 will have a map that is around 100 miles squared, if not even bigger. We aren't 100% sure, but rumors have been circulating that GTA 6 will feature 2 playable protagonists that you can switch between seamlessly, much like in GTA 5. The game's 2 protagonists are supposedly Jason and Lucia, with Lucia being the first ever female protagonist in a GTA game. The story has been rumored to be heavily inspired by the adventures of Bonnie and Clyde. For those of you who don't know, Bonnie and Clyde were an infamous gangster couple who traveled and terrorized the central United States during the Great Depression. The couple were well known for their bank robberies and the slaying of 9 police officers, which is likely why they were gunned down relentlessly after they were ambushed by the police in 1934. Even though they were by no means good people, their rise to fame and riches during the Great Depression led to them becoming somewhat idolized by the American public, inspiring many movies and characters in games and books. According to the leaks, there seems to be a bigger focus on stealth mechanics in GTA 6, with new things like a prone feature, as well as carrying bodies. You're still going to be able to go in guns blazing if you prefer, but it seems like Rockstar is trying to give players more freedom in how they approach situations. This means that your playstyle might have repercussions on mission outcomes, or on your character's stats and development. They tried implementing stealth more in GTA 5, especially in online, but the game doesn't have a good enough foundation for stealthy playstyles as opposed to games like Splinter Cell, or even Assassin's Creed. There is also going to be a bigger focus on robberies and heists, something which players have been asking for, especially after GTA 5's amazing heist missions in single-player and online. Red Dead 2 also built upon that foundation with their NPC interaction system, letting you say hi to anyone, or giving you the option to fight or rob civilians. In GTA, you only have the option of unaliving civilians, and you can't really interact with them like you could in RDR2. We don't know anything about GTA 6 Online, but it's likely only going to build on top of Grand Theft Auto 5's multiplayer systems and content. It took 2 years for heists to be added into Online, and Rockstar was steadily releasing new content in the forms of missions, races, heists, vehicles, apartments, and businesses for players to interact with for years. The new online system will hopefully launch with at least some of these things, if not all, with new content being fed into the game over time. It's unlikely that it will take 2 years for Rockstar to add heists this time around, considering how much money they stand to make on release. It will be interesting to see what kind of innovations and changes they make to online. I hope that they keep a more grounded approach to the narrative and the online experience, not making it hyper-realistic, but not as outlandish as a lot of the online content. I just think that GTA has become too much like the Fast and Furious franchise, and it's really straying from its roots in a lot of ways. Online public lobbies often feel more like a game of Battlefield with all the planes and oppressors flying around than it does GTA. I also want to see them expand on the businesses you can own. As it stands, they are little more than passive ways to generate income. They don't really do anything aside from making you money. It would be cool if they gave you perks and benefits, or had extra content alongside them to keep you hooked and engaged. Once you do everything in online, there is nothing left for you to do other than gamble like a degenerate or help your friends. But that's besides the point. Another thing to consider is map expansions through DLCs. We saw this with the introduction of the Cayo Perico heists in Grand Theft Auto Online, where players travel to an island in South America to steal riches from a Colombian kingpin. Video game insider Tom Henderson has said that Rockstar does plan on adding new locations to the map through DLCs, but that this mechanic is not 100% likely to be implemented, and it's just an idea that Rockstar has had floating around for some time. Speaking of ideas floating around, GTA 6 was going to originally contain parts of South America, but this ambitious idea was scrapped due to it requiring too many resources for something the developers deemed not to be that important. It would be really cool, though, to be able to take a plane from Vice City and fly down to a fictional version of Brazil or Colombia for a few missions, but that's probably not going to happen. As for a release date, we don't really know. Nothing has been announced by Rockstar officially, no trailer or news about the game's launch, only that they are working on the game. However, we may have some sort of time frame for the release of GTA 6 thanks to an analyst from the investment banking firm Jefferies, who said that Rockstar is going to be releasing a new game for one of their IPs in the financial year 2024. We know that Rockstar isn't working on another Red Dead game, at least not for another few years, and they likely aren't releasing a Bully 2 anytime soon either. The most likely candidate is GTA 6, and this is supported once again by Tom Henderson, who stated back in 2021 that GTA 6 is going to be releasing in 2024 or 2025. Take this with a grain of salt, of course, but this news is also corroborated by Tom Henderson, who we previously mentioned. Tom Henderson is one of the most famous games journalists/leakers, and has leaked accurate information for Battlefield, Call of Duty, Fortnite, and much more. We're hoping to get some more information soon, especially if Tom Henderson is correct about a 2024 release date. We could likely get a teaser trailer during the summer or fall, and a full-length trailer soon after, showcasing some of the features and mechanics of the game. In the same vein, a game that is going to be as big as GTA 6 might need a little more time, and we could just as likely get the sad news of a delay. But that might actually be good. We would all rather see a polished game than a rushed one, something that's becoming rarer and rarer these days. Anyways, that's all the information that I have for you about GTA 6. I'll be sure to keep you posted if anything else pops up, so make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with GTA 6. Thanks for watching.